yourself and tell me about your role in your company?
Sure. Hi, my name is Galia Benartzi. I'm the co-founder of Bancor. I work on the bridge between Bancor and the rest of the world.
So can you tell me about the network protocol?
Yeah, Bancor Protocol is a protocol for a new generation of cryptocurrencies that we call smart tokens. These tokens are smart because they are automatically liquid for each other, meaning they know their own exchange rates to other currencies in the network, and they can be converted. Any currency can be converted for any other currency in the network at a mathematically generated exchange rate or price.
So your company is setting a new standard for cryptocurrency exchange.
Yeah, basically the problem that we're addressing is called the problem of illiquidity in currencies, and it's the reason that previously to now, not everyone could just create their own currency, right? You can create your own currency as much as you want, but if it's not liquid to other currencies, if it can't be traded for either other currencies that you want or other items that you want, it's not very valuable. And in a world with hundreds and now thousands and tens of thousands and soon to be millions of currencies, we wanted to approach this liquidity problem from an automated and open source and not-for-profit kind of way, to basically allow every new currency that's being generated all over the world to be inherently liquid to every other.
So what's your business and technical background, and how have you used your expertise to improve on the liquidity issues in this space?
Yeah, so I grew up in Palo Alto in Silicon Valley, California. I grew up alongside the internet, and my partners and I have been in consumer internet throughout our whole careers. Basically, when we discovered Bitcoin in 2011, to us what we were looking at was the first user-generated currency. And if you think of the first user-generated video or user-generated blog, we knew that when there is one user-generated piece of content, there soon will be millions. And so we started thinking about the apps and platforms that would be relevant and useful in a world where any user could create their own currency, just like the creators of Bitcoin created Bitcoin.
There's a lot of fear, uncertainty and doubt, particularly for new investors who are interested in the space and hear about it in the news. Why would you encourage them to get on board with Bancor?
So I always start my presentations with a slide with a quote from Jim Dator, which says, "Any useful statement about the future should at first seem ridiculous. The future is the future, and it's different than the present, and often things that are different can also be scary or unsettling. I think especially when you come to the field of money and currencies and things that are so ingrained into society, almost as much as religion or physics are ingrained into our consciousness, there can be a lot of fear and uncertainty and doubt as we process these new concepts. When I talk to people about why to get involved, I like to remind them about the internet in the 90s. And even though your business might not have been a media business or something that was very obviously related to the internet, you would soon discover 10 years down the road that the internet was touching every business, right? Whether it was just being known in your community, whether it was providing new kinds of models to your customers like interactive ratings or online payments or whatever it may be. So there are many folks who are diving into blockchain because it's highly relevant to their particular business that they're doing now, if they're in finance, for example. But blockchain, like internet technology, will touch all of our businesses, which is a great reason to kind of learn about it and understand it, and certainly not fear it. Bancor is offering a very unique solution to the market, which is continuous and automated liquidity for currencies. And we're doing this in a very new way than what's been done before. Traditionally, when we think of liquidity for currencies, we think of exchanges and we think of buyers and sellers. Right? If I have dollars and I want euros, I look for someone who has euros and wants dollars, and we make a trade at a certain price that we both agree on. And of course, this happens millions of times over in digital marketplaces, ones that we call exchanges. And this matching of buyers and sellers is historically how we've done all barter, all trade, and then also all digital asset or currency trading. What Bancor is bringing to the table is a completely automated method for converting one currency into another, and we do this by creating a true network infrastructure. So every currency that plugs into the Bancor network is connected to every other currency in the network. You can think of this like bandwidth to the internet. And so the conversions of tokens in the Bancor network don't actually happen through matching buyers and sellers. They happen by matching all buyers and all sellers to the network, which is run by a transparent and immutable smart contract. Immutable means it can't be changed. And this is one of the benefits of blockchain, is that when you activate smart contracts, when you activate the software that governs whatever product it is that you're offering on blockchain to your users, those smart contracts can't be changed. If we think about the terms of service of a product like Google or Facebook or any of the other centralized services that we know of, we all have experienced that update to the terms of service, right? And you're already locked into the product, you're already using it, and now things are changing, and maybe it's more expensive, or maybe now your data is less private, and maybe some things have changed that you may or may not agree with, but nevertheless you're locked into the product because all the data that you've accumulated in your account or in your user or in your profile is locked to the network. Blockchain offers a very, very different model, which is that, first of all, smart contracts cannot be changed. Of course, this will evolve into various governance models and voting models, but the transparency of blockchain means that whatever this product or service does is what it's going to continue to do. And another very unique feature is that, for the most part, with blockchain-based products and services, your data is yours. So when you choose to leave a product or service and maybe migrate to a better product or service that suits your needs, all of those photos, all of that data, all of your user history, all of the transactions that you've executed, all of that data is yours, and you're now free to take it with you. So we're entering a very new state in business at all, which is, that the value opportunity for brands and companies to offer their users is actually not by locking them in, but by setting them free.
Well, where do you see Bancor being in the space? How do you see it defining the finance space in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, so what Bancor is really good at and unique for is allowing anyone to create a currency. If we go back to the beginning, the main challenge in creating your own currency is, how will your currency find liquidity? How will it be liquid to folks outside of your immediate network or folks who've never heard of it before? Traditionally, by matching buyers and sellers, you have to create volume, loads and loads of demand for your currency so that you have enough buyers and sellers for your currency to keep moving and keep liquid at any time. Bancor is really good because of this automated solution where a smart contract will always buy any token in the network from you and always sell any token in the network to you. Bancor is great for currencies that are also lightly traded. It completely separates volume from liquidity, meaning that if one person wants to buy your currency today and another one person next week, they will still get the market price for that currency because nothing has happened that would make the smart contract lower the price. There hasn't been any psychology or public sentiment or bad press or anything around your currency that would, as far as the Bancor network is concerned, change its price. And so when you separate volume from liquidity, you actually open the floodgates for anyone to be able to try and create a currency that's valuable to their network or their neighborhood or their ecosystem or their product. And so what we're looking forward to seeing in the future, and it's not too far away, we measure this now in individual years and even often in months, is allowing anyone to create a currency which is liquid from day one, and now can start proving itself. If it grows and people want to use it and people want to buy it, its price will go up. And if it is not useful and people only want to sell it and not buy it, then its price will go down. But it will have the opportunity to participate in a free and open liquidity network, just like any blog or any video has the opportunity to participate in the internet. Whether or not folks will read your blog or watch your video is is up to the crowd and is up to you, the creator of the content. But that internet is there and it's open and it's accessible for you to upload anything you think might be valuable.
So if I'm sold on Bancor, I want to get involved, what are the milestones that Bancor have planned for this year?
Yeah, so it's been an incredible year already. Obviously, Bancor launched in June of 2017. We did a token generation event which attracted almost 400,000 Ether at the time, which was valued at about $150 million worth. We have launched a product and it's available at bancor.network, and it is basically a place where any token can convert to any token. So you can think of this a little bit like a vending machine full of tokens, and you can pay with any token in the vending machine and you can receive any token in the vending machine. And the Bancor protocol is the software behind that vending machine that lets it know what price to display.
Is there a high transaction fee?
There is actually no transaction fee. Bancor is a Swiss not-for-profit foundation, and there is no fee for converting these currencies. Of course, the folks that create the tokens and upload them to the network can decide to charge fees if they want and if that makes sense for their community. But the vending machine itself, Bancor itself, does not take a fee for any of these conversions. Yeah, so if I look forward into the future, that's really what we see, is the ability for anyone to create a currency, upload it to the network, and start building their product and service and community and seeing how much value they can create.